But yeah,
But
I'm
yeah,
just kind of coming down there and kind of like networking and trying to get my foot in the door with my books, turn them into like movies.
okay. Well, that's cool. And that'll be your first time coming to Detroit, or you been here before?
I've never been to Detroit. This will be my
Oh,
first time.
okay. You gonna have a good time for sure.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to LashayVenturePodcast. Venture Podcast. I do have a special guest here with me. I'm going to go ahead and let her introduce herself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Alina Simone. I am an actress and model, and thank you so much for having me on your show.
Thank you so much. How did you get into this industry, the acting and the modeling?
For acting, that started back when I was in high school. So back when like the major studios used to come to Michigan to film like Transformers and movies like that, I did background for like Transformers and
It went out and started
other
back,
like
so you have to start over. It cut
start
off
over.
and cut off. Yes, yeah. Sorry with the technical difficulties today. There's a lot going on with the technology, but I'm back. We're back. Sorry it cut off, but we're back. Go ahead and continue, Juicy. How did you get into the industry?
Okay, so when it comes to acting, I got into it with starting out doing background when I was in high school. I think I just saw like a advertisement or something like online. I think it was on Facebook, that they were looking for like background actors for Transformers, and it was for a different show. It was called Detroit 187, I believe. That was on AMC, and so I started off doing that, and then I just got an interest in it, and then I did go to school for theater. So I have a minor in theater from Grand Valley State University, and then I just kept going with it from there. In regard to modeling, the first time I modeled, I was in middle school or maybe like a freshman in high school, for a show that it was some radio personalities that were hosting it. I forgot what the name of the show was, but that's when it started. And then I stopped and went to school and stuff like that. And then I started again this year. There was an actor I was working with that was telling me about a fashion show he was doing. And I was like, you know what, that sounds fun. I haven't modeled in some years. That'd be cool to do. And he referred me to the person that was over that fashion show. And they allowed me to model in that. And then that just got the ball rolling with that again. So, yeah.
Did you like it? Like when you first did it, how was it? Like, was you nervous?
For acting and modeling,
Both.
both. Yeah, yeah. I was nervous for both for sure. But so like with when starting out with background, I feel like I wasn't as nervous like after I was on set for like the first time, because I feel like when you're doing background, it's more relaxed. There's not as much pressure on you. You just they tell you to be here, and then you there, you're doing just basically what you're told. And so you don't have to remember lines, you don't have to, you know what I'm saying? So it was me more so having the ability to like network and observe and see how sets are ran, learn the lingo, different things like that. So when I first started doing background, I was a little nervous, but then as I kept doing background, it was more relaxed. Now when I got into as far as like roles where I had lines and dialogue, I would be nervous. I still get nervous to this day, like when I go to do roles. But I try to turn the nervousness into excitement, and try to like transition like that feeling and emotion. As far as modeling, yeah, I was a little bit nervous, but like once I get out there on the runway, I'm cool. But it's like that build up to when it's my time to start walking out there. But yeah, so the answer is yes, I guess.
My modeling is huge. Like you got to go in front of a lot of people. Like so, that was a big step. I know you had to be nervous with that one because, that was a big
Yeah,
step. That's a
yeah,
that's a
but it's
huge
just
step.
I don't want to like overthink it though, because it's just like when I overthink stuff, I feel like it shows. So especially like with my line, I don't want to be in my head like, okay, right foot, left foot. So I just go with the flow so that it's not shown that I'm thinking about what I'm doing. I'm more so like just being present in the moment. And that goes for acting and modeling. I don't want to like overthink it. I want to just be present with what's happening and just go with the flow. So yeah.
How would you describe yourself to people that don't know you? Like, how would you describe yourself outside of this acting and modeling?
I would describe myself as I'm a chill person. I go with the flow for the most part. Like I'm pretty open to like trying different things, like I guess within reason. So yeah, like I mean I enjoy sports. Like I played basketball and tennis. I like yoga, like meditating.
Right.
Like I'm cool with like being in quietness. Like I can go out. I don't be outside like that. Like if there's a purpose usually
Yeah.
behind me going somewhere like a birthday or some type of event specifically. But yeah, I would say I'm a pretty chill person, pretty positive person, very optimistic with things, see the glass half full. So yeah, that's how I would describe myself.
Okay. In acting, like, what are your roles that you like that you have played
What roles do I like? Did I like?
that you have
Uh,
played?
I I want to say I've liked all the roles I've played. I don't think I've had a role that I disliked playing thus far. I've played a person that's got kidnapped. Well, I played somebody that get kidnapped twice now. And then I play a pregnant teenager. I play like an adult supporter friend. And so yeah, I can't say I've played a role that I didn't like as of yet. So
What's some things you have learned from the industry being in it, the acting and the modeling? What have you learned?
what have I learned?
Yeah, what are
And
some things you have learned that you didn't know about?
mm, um, I've learned how to network better, and it's not that I didn't know that I needed to network, especially like within those type of industries, but it's just really like learning how to do it better. I would say because I'm not, and then like being able to like pitch myself more. So like when I'm interacting with people like within the industry as well. So yeah, that's what I would say. Like I would learn. I have learned how to navigate that better in spaces for both acting and modeling.
So how was it like growing up? Like, did you ever see yourself doing this, or what did you see yourself doing as in childhood? Like, what did you see yourself doing, or what you wanted to be? You know how when you be like, I when I grow up, I want to be this, and then you're not that. Like, what did you see
Yeah,
yourself doing as a child?
as a child, I remember seeing myself being a doctor or something like in the medical field. And I believe that more so came from other people in my family working in the medical field. Like it was multiple people in my family that were nurses. And so I feel like
Mhm.
because that was around me so much, I was like, oh, it'd be cool. Like I'll be a doctor. So that was really like the first thought as far as like for like what I saw myself doing like career wise. And then that after that, like when I became aware of like acting and like the how to like get into it and that it's like a possibility for me, then it was just like, okay, I could do this, and then so it kind of like switched from doctor to acting. So yeah.
What were you like in school when you were growing up? Were you the class clown, or you was the quiet one?
I was a quiet one. My mom
I
actually
can believe that.
you could believe that? You could
I
tell?
can. I can tell. I can believe that. I can. You
You,
like
you
I feel like you're like more you're quiet and you just kind of like study a person. I feel like you don't say
yeah.
anything. You kind of study the room before you get in the room. You
Okay,
read the
well,
room.
read me down there. Yeah, yep. Yeah, yes. I pay attention to the environment. I feel like it's not that I don't speak. Like I converse. It's just like I more so speak when I have something to really add to like what's going on. But like in the social space, like hanging out with friends, like yeah, I talk. Like they might tell you I talk a lot. Like when if you was talking to my friends. But in a
Yeah.
professional space, like I do like to observe, see what's going on, and like I said, like speak when I feel like I really have something to add to like what's going on. But yeah, as in childhood, I was the quiet kid. I was not the class clown, like because my mom would say like when I was in elementary school, the teacher had asked my mom like, "Do I talk?" because I didn't used to talk in school, like in class. And my mom was like, yeah, she talk all the time. She talk my ear off at home. And the teacher was like, that's not how she is at school. But eventually, like I got out of that. And like, especially like when I got into sports and stuff like that and more like social activities, I began to like open up and like blossom more like socially. So, yeah.
Did you see yourself here? Like, dang, I wanted to be a doctor, but I'm doing this. Did you see yourself here?
Mm, I feel like once I became aware of that this like acting and modeling being a viable option to
Mm.
me, then it was like, yeah. But then like it's in retrospect, I think back like it's great to be able to see like where I am and from like where I came from, where I started from. And because like I like to like write out goals and stuff like that and then be able to like go back and check it off or cross it off the list and stuff like that. So I feel pretty blessed to be where I'm at, and I'm excited that I am able to get to where I am, and you know where I can go in the future in regard to this. So yeah,
If you could tell, if you could tell your younger self something right now, what would you tell your younger self?
I would tell my younger self to to be more confident, be more free. I feel like I used to be very like closed. Not I don't want to say closed off, but I feel like I used to be I don't even know how to describe it, but I would tell my younger self to be more confident and be more free and fluid with what I'm doing. You know, like don't overthink stuff. I could tell myself now to not because I still overthink stuff, but yeah, be more confident and be more free. Yeah,
You was more guarded when you were younger.
yeah, I guess you could say that. Um,
That's a
I feel like I
blessing to
was
be.
just to myself more so. Yeah, so yeah.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing to stay to yourself because you get to read them. Like I said, when you walk in rooms, you can read them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just
Yeah,
go in it because when you talk too much, it's like she talking too much, but she can't hear what everybody else is saying. So I can,
yeah.
as the
That's
Bible say, quick to listen, slow to speak.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah, because you'll be talking and you'll be missing some stuff, missing what's going on. And I feel like a person can learn more the more they listen than with when they speak more, in my opinion. Because it's like you take like when you listen and you taking in like information, you taking in what's going on, and you better able to you know, equip yourself to navigate whatever space you in at that moment. So yeah.
yeah, you are more in tune. You know what's going on around you. You know you watch your surroundings. You know what's going on. You
Exactly.
won't have
Yep.
to. You won't have to know like, okay, like, oh, I didn't talk so much. I don't even know if this going wrong on set or this going wrong or wherever I'm at. That's in life too. Like out of my
Mm-hmm.
33 years in life of living, I'm learning it now. Like just as I get older, like just be quiet and listen. Because once
Mm-hmm.
you listen
Exactly.
to a person and you actually kind of figure them out, whether they gonna fast talk you or they playing with you, you can figure all of that. You can read that. You'll know the
Exactly.
difference. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. And you could really tell like what type of person you dealing with more so, and it you know may not be like a surprise down the line. You know, if you're dealing with a certain type of person that you know that certain actions that they may have, like you can kind of recognize that sooner when you paying attention for sure. So, yeah.
Definitely different.
I think it froze. Can you still hear me? Is it me? Is my connection? Are you still there? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, the screen must
Oh,
have frozen
okay.
on your end.
It,
It
yeah,
took
it
out,
did freeze.
yeah. But uh back what we were talking about. But yeah, it like in anything, like as for what would you give people? What advice would you give people like coming in that's just starting?
Okay, so the type of advice I would give coming in is um, to network. I feel like network and connecting is very important in regard to like acting and modeling realm. Because like I said before, like I'm talking to an actor who was telling me about a fashion show he was about to do. And I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting. And then he connected me with the person over it. And then that's how I got into that. So I would say networking and connecting with others is really important. And then also just being diligent and looking for opportunities and watching for opportunities, and also like doing your research too, like when it comes to considering working with whoever, like whether that's production companies or like designers, just like do your due diligence in regard to like ensuring these people are what they present to be, if that makes sense. So that's the
Makes
advice
a
I would
whole
say.
lot of sense.
Yeah.
I definitely learned to look up and kind of like go and research and stuff. I'm just like a type of person where I like to go with the flow. I like to go with the flow. I don't want to put pressure on my interviews. You especially being like, in the industry already. I know it's a lot of pressure. They be want to do these podcasts and they be want to know your business, go deep down in your business. Nah, we're not doing
Mhm.
all that. We just real talk, good conversation, and authenticity. I just feel like, if people would mind their business, the world would be a better place.
You could say
Because
that again.
everything is covered. Yes, if people mind their business, the world would be a better place.
Hmm.
Because
It's simple.
every room is not meant for you to go in.
And that is very
Every
true.
room is not meant for you to go in. Every door is not meant for you to open. The doors that
Hmm.
were closed for a reason. That's just how I feel. Like in certain aspects of life. Like, I don't think
Hmm.
people understand, like, this is really a life and they have their personal life outside of this. So why would I give you my personal business? Why would I want to talk about my personal business and going dead about relationships and all this? So no, just leave it at the door. Leave it alone.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Like that's why I leave it for a safe space. I feel like my platform is like a safe space, a
Yeah,
journey.
and I
Like let's
agree.
talk about your journey.
Yeah, yeah, because I agree with that as far as like the separation between this is like the professional realm of what a person is doing, and then like because the personal stuff is personal for a reason, and I feel like everything doesn't always need to be shared. Everybody don't need to know everything at the end of the day, but also
Some
like
gotta
what
be
you.
personal.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, but like also what you were saying, like as far as like every door isn't meant for you to like walk in and all that, like I wholeheartedly agree with that because like for myself, I feel like what's for me is for me. So if I were to go to what I have, like audition for something and didn't get the role, or went out for a model casting and didn't get picked, it's just like it just comes with it. Like I mean rejection in a general sense in regards to like acting and modeling is just a normal part of it, and so but I always look at it as what's for me is for me. If that part was for me, I would have had that. If that modeling gig was for me, then I would have been able to do that. And so, opportunities will still come about later, and I feel like you get what's for you at the end of the day. And sometimes it's
Yeah,
good when
gotta
you
let you
miss
get.
something. It might be a bigger reason why. Like if I was over here doing this, then I wouldn't have had the time to do this other opportunity that really fit me better than what I thought I needed, or the role that I thought I should have had. So yeah.
Some things are less than and some things are greater than. God has a
Hmm.
reason to put you in rooms because certain rooms he don't want you to be in. Certain rooms is
Exactly.
not meant for you to be in because you'll go in the room and be the star and they'll be mad. I just feel like,
Exactly.
don't turn down your opportunity when you got something that's good for you. God gonna show you, He gonna direct your path every time and order your steps every time. That's just how I feel about it. I
Amen.
tell people I tell people all the time, like, business is business. I mean, I only been in this thing for a year and I get a lot of no's.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
I get a lot of no's, but they don't stop me. They keep me going. That's my motivation to keep going. Because that one
exactly.
no gonna be somebody's yes. You know what I mean? That one yes
Exactly.
will take you to where you never thought you would be. It only take one person to get you to where you need to be.
Exactly. Yeah. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Like, I mean, like you said, like knows come with this type of industry just in a general sense. So it's like no one sits here and get a yes every time. And then like you said, like I also use that as motivation to, move towards whatever that I have going on next. Because I know it's just, a yes later, I feel like down the line. But yeah.
Yeah. What
Hmm.
legacy would you like to leave? Like, what legacy would you like to leave? Like, what you want people to know you for, like, and who you are?
The legacy I would like to leave would be positivity, like positivity and empowering and showing and being a representation for like people that look like me, that they could do what they want to do, because I feel like sometimes like people try to minimize someone's dreams, or if it doesn't go with the norm. But it's just like it's okay, like you don't got to do what the quote unquote norm is. You can go about and do where your heart leads you to and be okay. So yeah, I would say positivity, empowerment, and just being a representation for those that look like me. Yeah.
If you could describe yourself in 3 ways, how would you do it? What would you say? 3 words.
3 words.
Three.
Okay. To describe myself in 3 words, I would say optimistic. Um,
Mm,
I
I
always
agree with
like to
that one.
yeah, I always like to look at things like with the glass half full, like, and it's just an automatic, like, innate thing that I do, like, just even with the smaller situations. But so yeah, optimistic and um, like inquisitive, or like being comfortable asking questions. I like clarity. I like being able to understand like what's going on. So being comfortable with asking questions. And then the third word. I want to say like showing up, but
Mm,
I know that's more than one word, but like just showing up in general, like for people, or following through with what I say.
dependable.
Dependable. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Teamwork, collaboration. Dependable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dependable.
Yes, I will go with that. I feel like that's pretty important because, like, for me, I really dislike when somebody say they're gonna do something, or they're gonna be somewhere or show up, and then they don't communicate it. Like, I know things happen. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has a life, things go on. That's fine. You thought you would be able to do this. This came up. Just communicate that. But everybody don't do that, and I pride myself on
That
being dependable, or communicating when I can't be. So.
that is with that's one pet peeve with me.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like that. Like, don't do it last minute. I've learned that in business. Some people will not tell you. I've had people to counsel on me and not even let me know anything.
Yeah, that's crazy, and it's
That
crazy
could have
how
been a spot for somebody else, and
exactly, exactly. I feel like it's very inconsiderate, in my opinion. Like
very.
unless it's like a life or death type of situation where you couldn't say anything, then otherwise it's. I mean, everybody had their phones in their hands nowadays, all the time, for the most part. So it's
Exactly,
like,
for the most part. You could have
so it's
just
like,
texted me.
yeah, quick. You know what I'm saying? Not able to make it. Sorry, something, but everybody not like that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I feel like because I am not big yet, like, like just big out there yet,
Mm-hmm.
people don't care. People don't care. They
Mm,
don't care. They just be like, all right, I ain't got to tell her nothing. And I just be looking like, okay, I done sent the invite out and send this out. Oh,
mm,
well, the next day. Oh, well, I forgot to tell you I had this going on. Okay.
Hmm.
So
But
I
it's
have to
it's
repost my flyer and let them know, like,
yeah,
I take my business seriously. Like,
yeah.
this is
Of course.
my baby. This is my baby. So,
Hmm. And it's quite interesting actually how it happens more often than I thought it would, like in within like acting and modeling, as far as like people not showing up, like committing to something and not showing up, and then also not saying that they're not gonna come, like being on set, like actors, even at like background or even some with dialogue, but it'll be like, and then it can throw like the whole course of everything off. Like when it comes to being on set, it's like there's a schedule, like time is money, like you could have said something and then adjustments would have been able to be made in advance, but now we're here thinking you're gonna show up at the time you say you're gonna show up, and you don't come at all. Or like in modeling, like when there's fashion shows and there's multiple fashion designers, like and the day of a show, a fashion designer don't come, or they don't say anything. Like I mean, like I said, life happens. If there's communication about it, then okay. But the fact that it's people that don't show up when they say they are,
communicate.
that don't communicate, especially in a professional realm, I guess
It's
it's just crazy.
unprofessional. Very, very
Yeah,
unprofessional.
it's crazy to me. I never thought, like, I feel like it happens more often than I thought it would within
Yeah,
uh the professional realm. But people
yeah,
are people at the end of the day. So
they are. They are. You can't make people do something. But like you
hmm.
say, it's better. I just feel like, me right now, it's like, okay, they be like, all right, whatever. She's not up there. Like, it ain't like she just known on the block and because most of my people are coming from Detroit, Memphis. Like, I have had out of the country, but most of my people are from Detroit. Like, they accept me, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
Well, you mess with
yeah.
Detroit like that, okay?
I know, right? I said the same thing. Let me come on out there because maybe I
We
hear
cool.
Houston. It's like, yeah, right. Like here, like this my city, and yeah,
Hmm.
ask me, have I had anybody from Houston on here?
Have you?
No, no,
Really? That's quite surprising.
nobody.
But it makes
I've
me
had
it makes
Dallas. I've had
you go,
Dallas,
okay. That's close,
but
kind of.
nobody from Houston.
Wow. That's quite interesting. It made me think about like how people say like the one
At
like
home
you'll get
city.
more support from like from strangers than like people like how people talk about that. Like that's quite interesting, but that's what that makes me think about. Like when it's people in your own city that's not partaking in this and not showing up for you,
What you got
but
going on?
people from out of state showing up. So, but I mean, look, as long as you got the support in general, then that's what counts. You got to support the people that
See?
support you at the end of the day.
Well, I always do that. Well, I
Yeah.
always do that. Definitely, definitely, definitely will always do that. Like you know, it don't do nothing but motivate me because hey, when I do get up there, I'm like, oh, I know her.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you?
You know me, huh? Okay. Now you know me, huh?
Yeah, that's why I was like, you got to pay attention to the people that support you or don't, like earlier on, because then
Yeah.
once you get up there and then the name is more known, like then you're
That's
gonna
when they
have
want to show
people
you love.
the woodwork. Yeah, yeah. You'd be like, you remember we?
Right.
No, I don't remember. Like, I remember when I was trying to work with you and you didn't want to work with me, or just didn't
Thing,
show
like,
up when you
I
said you
could tell
was.
you, like,
That's what
if I could tell you the prices that these people charge that's out here, the highest price I've got is 3,500
dang, 3,500. Ooh,
for a package. Yeah, yes, ma'am. That's right. Would
wow,
not.
that I would not have guessed.
And that's why I
At,
say I show love to the people that show love to me. I love the people that's coming, and that's really
mhm,
like going. They dedicated to it and they're gonna come because whether people know it or not, it takes time out your day to do this. Everybody have regular things going on. I have a regular job. I work 2 to 10, but Wednesday through Sunday I'm in my regular job 2 to 10, and I'm on here Monday through Saturday. So
Mm-hmm.
this, I take my business real, I take it real professional. Like this is my like livelihood, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and same. Like I have a day job as well, and I try to coordinate around it. And it's just like when people are doing stuff that they like are passionate about, it's just like you. I feel like it goes back to consideration at the end of the day, because it's like this time I could have been doing X, Y, and Z, but I set this aside for you because you said you were going to show up or do whatever you said you were going to do. And now my whole schedule for this day is kind of just flip flop, and it could have been fine if you would have showed up or if you would have communicated your inability to do so.
yes, and I'm doing everything alone by myself. So it's like
Mm,
you I don't have the people like everybody else have, the editors. Like, so, you're going to see the raw and uncut because I don't have the editors. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am the person that's doing this by myself. I'm the person that's sending the invites out. I'm the person that's sending the emails. I'm doing all that. I'm my own manager at this point. I'm doing
mm-hmm.
everything myself. So for me, it's like, hello, like, I'm uploading. I'm the person that's doing it. So I am in the business, new to the industry, but at the same time, please consider my time and my consideration. Like, because I consider your time and your consideration. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want you wasting my time. That's just,
Exactly. Simple as
when it do
that.
get there, yeah. And when it do get there, they'll look better. The videos will look better. But, I feel like, y'all can see the real right now.
Yeah. I
Y'all
feel
can
like
see
it's
the
all about
mishap,
progress, you know.
the technology going out. Y'all can see all that because that's what you're going to get from me. You're gonna get
Mm-hmm.
that from me. And when I do get to the point, I'm like, oh wow, she got it. Because I study every video I done had. I go back and look at all my videos. And I
Mm-hmm.
do look at them like, it's all a part of the technique. When you get
Mm.
there, you get there. You know what I'm saying? But right now, y'all getting it. And it's the real and raw and uncut. I don't want to be fake.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know
I feel
what
like
she
more
came
people
to,
can
but she
relate.
fake.
Yeah. It's either I feel like it's better for people to like relate to like when they can see the real. But I feel like it's all about progress at the end of the day. We all have to start somewhere. And, as long as we're moving in a progressive direction, in my opinion, that's what really counts. So,
Can you tell
yeah.
everyone to find you on where they can find you at on your platforms?
Oh yes. I am on Facebook, I am on Instagram, I am on TikTok. And my name on all of them is Alina Simone. On Instagram specifically is at Alina Simone altogether with 2 underscores at the end. And then like TikTok and Facebook is just Alina Simone. TikTok is also Alina Simone altogether underscore. So yeah, that's where you could check me
Do you
out.
have any
On.
projects that I could be looking for? They're gonna be on the social media. Any good projects that's coming out? Hmm.
Quite a few of the projects I've done actually have are not out yet. So I was in a vertical series called A Mother Sacrifice with Her Patio Productions, and so that actually just had a like a premiere. There was an event that Her Patio Productions put on, and they premiered it at that event. So that would be coming out whenever they're on their time, like when they're able to put that out on whichever platform they decide to. But otherwise, like I've been in a vertical called White Van, that's still in post production. I was in a film called Bound by Fire, still in post production. I was in season 2 of Cover Up with Kamal Smith Films, that'll be on Tubi. When they get done with that. So most of the stuff I'm in is in post production.
It's
So
coming.
all of that stuff would be coming out eventually. So you just got to keep
Yeah.
an eye out for it. Just got to keep an eye out. But
Yeah.
so
Do you
yeah.
have any questions for me?
Um, do I have any questions for you?
I always ask that.
Honestly, not that I can think of right now. I feel like because you've been very transparent with with everything, and and like I said, like being inquisitive and asking questions is one of the words I use to like describe myself. And when I don't have questions, that means I have the understanding that I feel like it's necessary to have. So at the moment, I don't have any questions for
Yeah.
you.
Thank you so much. You the first one. You know. You
To
have
not have
any
a
advice
question.
for me? Yeah, not that. They always ask how did I start. So I always get that.
Oh, with doing it. Oh, like how you got into it. Well,
Hmm.
what? How did you get into it? What was your inspiration to start doing this? And was it before or after
Um,
you started writing books?
oh, it was before. 'Cause, I
Before
started writing
before
books
the
in
book.
December. Yeah, I started writing
Okay.
books in December, but I had
Mm-hmm.
already had like journaled them out. So that
Mm-hmm.
kind of just came into one. But as for like the podcasting, I would see that my brother-in-law and my sister, they got like talents. Like my sister can do hair, good hairstylist, makeup, nails, everything, because she went to beauty school. She could do that. I'm like, okay, you could do that. My brother-in-law
Yeah.
could have gifts are all traits. And I'm like, Lord, what can I do? Like, I see everybody doing everything else. What is my gift? I'm like, well, I like to talk. Let me start a podcast. And then,
Mm-hmm.
I did the in person. People wasn't showing up, so I was like, all right, let me stop. Then I did that made me stop, but people started saying, come back on. Like, I used to watch your stuff all the time because I used to get on there and I used to talk
Mm-hmm.
before I had guests and stuff like that. And I would just say, what God got on my mind, like it'll come out, I have different topics and stuff. And then it was like the, it's a satellite radio. Shout out to them, the Block 105 radio. The app is
Mm-hmm.
called Live 365. And it's on Apple and on Android stores. And I went on there. They said they had podcasts, and I got on there. And then from there, it's like, all right. I met a lady who does invites and stuff like that. She has her own show and stuff like that, and she showed me how to do the invites. And from there, I just started sending out invites. And my first guest actually, that was my first celebrity guest was Erica People. She's from Detroit. Shout out to her. And then I
Mm-hmm.
had when I actually started doing a Zoom live, Emery Lawrence.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay. People on
yeah.
there.
So my first city was really Detroit. You know.
Yeah. I'm glad you decided to start doing that, like, and I'm glad that you looked at it like, okay, like what am I good at? What do I enjoy doing? And we're able to turn that into something, that you can consistently do. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's exciting. That's exciting. So you showing Detroit some love, Detroit showing you some love. I'm sure you're gonna have a great time when you come visit.
Yes, yes. I'm excited. I feel
Yeah.
like it's just a new journey. It's a new
Mm-hmm.
journey, and I always say I feel like you should take the leap of faith, and that's with me. Like I'm just taking a leap of faith, like I feel like the city has a lot for me. I feel like it has a lot of opportunities out there, and I just feel like, I might want to just take that leap of faith, because I feel like, I've been here 33 years, all my life. Houston
Mm-hmm.
is my home. My family is here, but sometimes you have to jump off the bridge, as they say, and take that leap of faith, If you don't
Yeah,
do it, how would you know? You could say,
exactly.
okay, I wanted to do this, but if I don't jump and I don't take that leap of faith, faith without work is dead. So you got to do the work first.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you
That's
know if you don't just leave your comfortability? Houston is my comfortability. This is my home. So how would I
mm-hmm.
know if I'm gonna make it in the industry if I don't travel, if I don't go somewhere else? You
Exactly.
could say
I
you
fully
did. You could say
agree.
you did it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's part of like what pushed me personally to step out and do and get into like acting and modeling is I don't want to have any regrets. I don't want to get down the line and say like, I wish I did X, Y, and Z and be thinking about it or harping on it later. It's just like let me do this and see. And it's just like and like even still like I feel like people just like do it. Like if you scared, still do it because like you never know what'll come about until you take that first step. And they don't even gotta be like huge steps. You could take small. In one of the acting classes I took, they say take small risky steps. Oh,
This I don't know
you
what's
bet.
going on today. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
back.
I'm like she done disappeared on me.
Like it, we talking about God, and it's always like that. But hey, I ain't worried about the devil. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, it just reminded me of what one of acting class I took. It's called Screen Acting School. It's a virtual class. They say like take small, smart, risky steps to get to where you're trying to get to. Which I agree with. This so I was just like do it scared, do it happy, do it sad. Just do it and see where it take you because you never know. And you won't know until you try at the end of the day.
I think that's for me. Thank you. That was definitely for me because I like I tell people I never, my family, everybody is here. My
Mm-hmm.
whole family is here. So taking this step and going 100,000 miles away from home, and I feel like if that's gonna make me succeed, I'll do it. Sometimes you gotta
Yeah,
leave home in order to progress. Somebody got to leave home in order to succeed. You know,
that's
I
true.
love my home, but ain't nothing here for me. I ain't nothing
Yeah.
shaking here for me. So yeah,
And
it's
that's
just
good to
my
be able
leap
to
of faith.
recognize. That's good to be able to recognize, like when like an environment is no longer really like serving you, or you have nothing else to get from that environment. So, I mean, yeah, you just gotta move where you feel like you can, progress and prosper and
Progress.
flourish at the end of the day. So, and then
Yeah,
like that one, and then one thing I learned from like what acting is, you got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, because like you said, you
that
in your
part.
safe space. So it's like if you continue to be in your safe space, like at what point are you gonna have like the will to step out of
Courage.
that? Like how do you progress if you always in your comfort space? So yeah, be comfortable with being uncomfortable and see you go
Yeah,
places for sure.
yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
thank you so much for your time
of course,
today. I'm so sorry for the technical difficulties with the on and the off with this phone,
it's okay.
but
This technology.
I, yes, I thank you so much for taking time out your day to even come and interview with me. I'm grateful, and I definitely be on the lookout for your other project that's coming on. And I just thank you so much. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
And I hope you have a great rest of your day and a safe trip when you come to Detroit and have a good time. But yeah, thank you for your time. But yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day as well.
You too.
Thanks. Bye.